So whenever I meet any of Bailey's teachers or her friends' parents, I always get the same compliments. I always hear, "You do such beautiful things with her hair," and I always say thank you. But then I say it's really easy once you learn a basic French braid. You can do a million different variations, so let me show you how. The French braid is a really popular and versatile hairstyle. It's been documented as far back as the ancient Mayans, but it became known as the French braid when it gained popularity in 18th century France. Celebrities often use French braids in their hairstyling, and it's really popular for gymnasts and dancers and athletes of all kinds, because a French braid keeps the hair long, keeps long hair straight and out of the way, so people can accomplish a lot of tasks. You know, if you have to work around heavy equipment or anything like that, a French braid is a really useful, it's practical way to go. So, to start a French braid, you take the beginning root of the hair at the top of the head. I'm going to start right here because I already have one version of a French braid in. You separate your hair into 3 pieces. Now, it's easier if you put the 2 pieces, I have the left piece and the middle piece in one hand, and I'm holding the other piece with my right hand. To do a basic, simple French braid, all you do is you pull the far right into the middle, and then you pull the far left into the middle. Once you've done that, it's just a process of picking up a little bit of hair each time and repeating the same crossover pattern. So the right hair goes over the middle piece of hair, and the middle piece becomes the right hand piece. We're going to switch hands, pick up a little bit of hair to go here on the left. Now the left is going to become the middle. And you're going to continue that process all the way down through the head of hair. Now, especially if you're a dancer, or if your daughter's going to be in a recital or a gymnastics meet, you really want to try to take small sections of hair and pull tightly, because that's what's going to keep the hair from coming undone or coming loose, a lot of strands in the face, things like that. So the tighter and smaller your sections, the more secure your French braid is going to be, and the closer it's going to stay to your head. And you're going to end up with this nice, tight, flat, kind of woven braid effect in the back. Now this can be done all the way down to the bottom and finished off, and it has this nice, let me turn it over here, a nice flat effect. And that's your basic French braid. Now it's really easy once you've learned how to do that, to learn how to do fancier, more complicated braids. They look more complicated, but they're still the same basic motion of over, under, over, under. This is an inverted French braid. It's done almost exactly the same way. So let me show you the tiny difference that you make in the process that makes a braid have this nice upraised ridge, which is really pretty. It's really popular in a lot of updos for formal events and weddings and things like that. So you still separate your hair into 3 pieces. You hold them anchored over here, and then your piece you're going to start with, which is my right, is going to be over here. Now instead of crossing the middle, the right over the middle, we're going to just cross the middle over the right and the middle over the left. Then you're going to do the same exact hair adding process, except every time you're going to make sure that this middle piece of hair comes on top of the incoming piece of hair. So we're going to take some from the left. When the left becomes the middle piece is going to go on top this time, just like that. And then it's exactly the same method and technique as the other French braid. You're going to go straight down the hair, and you're going to end up with this nice ridge effect. Another variation that you can make on the French braid is how tight or how loose you choose to pull the hair and how large the sections you pick up are. So here, this is a very tight, pull very tightly, but if you pick up larger sections of hair and then you relax your hands and you just sort of let the hair flow over, you're not going to pull. See, I'm not pulling, I'm just making sure the pieces don't fall out, but I'm not really pulling the hair. And I'm just being very gentle and taking wider pieces of hair as I complete the braid. And this is going to give it a much softer, more romantic sort of look. This kind of a braid is seen a lot in updos, a lot of celebrity red carpet style events. So most children really, especially girls with longer hair, really appreciate having these nice braids. They stay in all day, and it's great for parents because the hair doesn't get tangled and snarled and is messy. If your child is ever in a public school setting where there's issues of, perhaps head lice, French braids are great because there's not a lot of loose hair. So you can see the difference here between braiding it loosely and braiding it tightly. There's a million different things you can do with the French braid to make it an interesting variation, including wherever you want to start the French braid. For instance, this particular hairstyle, I started the French braid underneath and wrapped it around. You can do a diagonally across French braid. You can even flip the hair upside down and French braid upside down once you've mastered your basic technique. So now that you've seen the basic technique, go ahead and find a friend and get started practicing and have a lot of fun creating your own beautiful and unique hair designs, and you'll get just as many compliments as I do, I'm sure. Thank you.